What's going on, everyone? So, Matthew Lillard, he is returning and reprising his role as Stu Macher in the upcoming Scream 7. According to him, that wasn't supposed to be revealed until the trailer, which makes me kind of curious and interested so are we going to get to see Stu in the trailer? Right? A lot of things about that. But Matthew Lillard recently spoke on his return to the Scream franchise. So kind of wanted to touch on it, go over it, have a conversation about it, do the good old talk. So let's get into exactly what he said, and then we'll break it down and have our discussion, right? So let me know what you think down in the comments. But getting into it, Matthew Lillard talks about Scream 7. I was really not going to lie. I was pretty excited about it. I had a lot of questions for Kevin when he called. I hope fans are happy, et cetera, et cetera. I think people are going to love it. And then I think about the script, and it's great. Nev's on set, and working with Nev and seeing her is great. It's got the vibe of like an old school Scream. And so I just think we're all really hopeful that we're building what the fans will love and appreciate. I was not supposed to be announced until the trailer, but I think that we were all pretty conscious of the fact that the people are going to start paying attention to the general area. So sneak me in and sneak me out would have been very difficult. So eventually we broke the news before I got a chance to leak it. So again, he talked about, hey, that we're doing right by the fans are going to love it, right? Doesn't give us any insight in what capacity he's coming in and returning and whatnot, right? You're seeing several other characters that, Dewey's supposed to be back. Roman's supposed to be back. There's still rumors and talks about, Jill and some of the others coming back, Billy, right? So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very curious to see how they approach this and go about it. Now, I still think more likely than not, it's going to be some AI deepfake type thing. I think it's going to be, the voice changer, an updated version from Scream 3. It makes so much more sense now in today's time than it did, back in 2000, even though the technology still exists. Talked about that a lot. But nonetheless, right? A lot of people really want Matthew Lillard and Stu Macher back in these films. And he says, so the thing is, he's talking about, the hope that the fans will love it and appreciate it. And, that he thinks that people are going to love it and whatnot. Right. But it seems more so that he's leaning towards just like the Scream movie in general, not necessarily his return. Because the only way I see people really enjoying it is if he's actually back from the dead. Right. Because the people that don't want him back from the dead, they don't want him in the film. I'm fine. I'm somebody that doesn't want Stu's return. I just think it's been too long, so long. Can we just move off of it, move forward? Don't bring back the dead. We don't need to keep retreading. But I wouldn't mind seeing Matthew Lillard. I wouldn't mind seeing Stu Macher in some capacity that is not him, digging out of a grave or something like that, or he was just in hiding for the last 30 years. And it's what? So he never stepped out or anything. It's just, I just think too much time has passed. Right. And this isn't going to be a direct sequel or something like that to where you can be like, oh, well, he was in prison the last 30 years. It's just there's been no mention. There's been no nothing. Right. But you have a large audience that really wants Stu Macher to return. And they don't want Stu Macher to return as an AI or, as a deep fake or anything like that. They want him to return as Stu Macher, right? So unless he returns that way, I think you're going to have a lot of really disappointed people. And it's something that I've talked about personally and, I've tried to get across to people. I don't want to see people get their hopes up with Stu Macher's return, right? To me, it's one of those things that if you believe it's going to happen, great, but don't expect it. If you want it to happen, great, don't expect it, right? It's better to go into it without the expectation. And then if it happens, great, now you can talk your talk and be like, I knew it all along, haha, right? Fate, you're foolish. I told you he'd be back. Fine. Talk your talk, do your thing, do all that stuff. But the problem is I think you're going to get a lot of people that are going to go into this movie and are expecting Stu to be alive and expecting him to return, like full-fledged return. And if he doesn't, they're going to be very disappointed. And a lot of them are just going to hate the movie, even if it's a great movie. It could be the best Scream in the franchise. But if people have a certain level of expectation and then are disappointed in said expectation, or the film doesn't meet that expectation to the level in which they want it to meet that expectation, well, now they're completely tuned out. They're completely tuned off. They don't like it. They don't care. They don't want to hear anything. Like they like, hey, this movie was terrible, right? Because you didn't give me what I wanted, which is why it's and part of the reason why I've been so frustrated that the Scream franchise, like, can we just put it to bed one way or another? It's something that I've talked about again, right? Like, if you're going to bring him back, fine, bring him back and let's do it and move on, right? If you're not going to bring him back, then confirm he's dead, move on, and stop playing this like cat and mouse game, right? Because that's the problem, is you keep playing this cat and mouse game. Right? Matthew Lillard's doing what he's supposed to be doing. He's relishing in the moment. He's hyping it up, right? Like Matthew Lillard is doing his part. But he's supposed to be, doing these interviews and talking it up and, and like kind of leading audience members on and all that stuff. Because again, he's trying to get butts in the seats. He comes out and is like, yeah, I'm just coming back as a voiceover. People are going to be disappointed. People aren't going to want to see it the way that they do right now, where they think like, ooh, right, Matthew Lillard's back. Stu Macher's back. Like, let's go, right? Like, this is what I've always wanted. So it's things like that, it just, again, it's very frustrating, because I want an end result one way or the other, right? Not frustrated in the sense of him coming back or anything. Like, again, I love Matthew Lillard. I love Stu Macher, right? I'm just somebody that wants to move past it, right? But if you're going to bring him back, right? If you're not going to bring him back, then let's just, can you confirm it and move on? Quit playing this toying game, right? Where you're leading people on and getting their hopes up, right? But we'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. We'll see what approach they take for this upcoming Scream 7 and whatnot. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? First off, are you excited for Matthew Lillard and his return to the Scream franchise? Are you pumped? Do you think that he's returning as Stu Macher, like full-fledged, full body? He's the secret mastermind or the ghost face or whatever? Or do you think, no, like it's going to be a deep fake thing. It's going to be an AI thing. It's going to be something along those lines. No, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are. Again, either way, I would love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.